What is up, my beautiful people? Today we are finally going to be using inks again. I really fell in love with them after using them the first time, and these again come from the Heikala art box, and I am very excited to start mixing these and painting, but we need something to paint, obviously. So I know the idea I'm going to do. I am going to be painting my new OC, Jay, and I absolutely love this girl right here. So if you remember from my first page in my sketchbook video, I designed an OC, which was a guy. His name is Ryan. And that was all fun and good, but I knew I needed a girl counterpart to go with it. And can I just ask you guys something? Why didn't you tell me that having OCs was the best thing ever? Now, if you didn't see that video, let me just go ahead and tell you that I've never had OCs before. In all of my years in being an artist, and I am currently 23, so that is a lot of years, I never had any OCs. I never designed a character and drew them more than once, which might sound crazy to you. It is a little bit crazy. It's also crazy to me because now that I have it, I know that this is going to be the perfect thing to cure all of my future art block. Like, now I have a character and I love her face. It's such a simple face to kind of do. So very excited to have one, honestly, and glad to have one, glad to be a part of the crew. And I have this girl, and I kind of already have a bit of a story with her and Ryan, and I believe they are roommates. And they were roommates.
And they were roommates.
Oh my god, they were roommates.
So I like the idea. She is so much shorter than him, but in this picture here, I have her looking very tall. I kind of wanted to do something kind of like a model pose, just her in a painting, because I think she'll be really fun. And I found this pose on Pinterest, so I knew I wanted to do it, started sketching it out, giving her an outfit. And again, if you do not remember from that video, Ryan is a bit of a surfer dude. He kind of likes doing that. He has one arm. He is just a great guy. I think I want to redesign his character a little bit, and maybe that'll be a future video. I drew him again, and I think I can refine him to be a little bit cuter, a little bit better, I think. So that'll be something in the future, but now we're working on Jay, and she needs to have a nice full body pose because I think she's beautiful. I love her and stuff. So I was just kind of going through some sketches here, and I know I just want to recreate this exact piece onto the final and give her that. So without further ado, let me stop blabbering and jabbering and get on to drawing her right over here. And I'm hoping that I've done this enough times that I won't need to use the reference again, but we'll see how that goes. It is always very difficult for me to draw bigger. I don't know why, but I think I just get very scared that it's like, I just get the proportions off because I'm used to drawing at a certain size. But I do want to make her a little bit bigger to hopefully give her some good detail on the face. Hopefully. I guess we'll see. I have to remember this head is slightly at an angle. But yeah, so I designed that character, and I think she's definitely going to be easier to draw than Ryan. Ryan's hair was very hard for me to continuously draw. Like, I had to keep looking back at the references to kind of get him right. But her face, I think, will be a little bit easier. Her hair will be a little bit easier because it is just like a standard fro, which is kind of easy for me to do. And yeah, the reason I designed her was because I knew I wanted a girl, and I was just drawing random girls in my sketchbook. And I gave her the like perfect dead face, and I was like, I love I love this face. I love this character because I think a nice standard dead face is always kind of great to have in a character because it's very easy to recreate. And it gave her this personality of like, I don't care. I just don't care. And I just really like that. I think it's very funny to have this character who kind of has this face of like, nope, don't care. And so her story with Ryan is something I'm still trying to figure out fully. I know with OCs, generally there's a bit of a storyline that goes on, and that's kind of where I'm at. And it's very hard because I see these cute duality of characters where Ryan is so aloof and such a good, happy spirit, and I see her a bit more goth vibes, a bit more aloof vibes. She kind of gives me all vibes of like Raven from the Teen Titans. And because of that, it's very hard for me to not ship them. Which, I don't know if it sounds crazy to you, but it sounds funny to me. Like, I just see these two characters and I think, you know what, they would make a good couple. And at this point in time, I'm not sure if I like them as a couple. Because I know that's like an easy thing to do, just be like, hey, you two totally need to be together. But it's like, why can't they be platonic? Why can't they just be really great friends, you know? So I'm still kind of struggling with that. I mean, they're my characters, so honestly, I can do whatever I want with them. But I'm trying to figure out what exactly I like to have with them. And I'm not sure about that just yet. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard. What can I say? But it's hard. But let's go on with what I do know. So I do know that they are roommates. Like I said already, they do live together and they are best friends. If not lovers, they are at least best friends. Or if there is a story, they would be friends to lovers kind of situation. I kind of like that going for them. And I think if I were to go with the romance trope, Jay would definitely fall for Ryan before Ryan would fall for Jay. And I think that's just because it's funny to me because she's so dead-faced. She's not really one to express a lot of her feelings or a lot of her emotions. So you wouldn't really be able to tell off the bat. And he would like have no idea because she's so aloof about it. So he would just like be like, what? You what? And I kind of like that for them. And Jay's fashion sense, if you remember Ryan's fashion sense, which is like graphic tee, plaid shorts, cargo shorts, nonetheless, just kind of whatever clothes for guys, nothing super fashionista or like difficult or anything like that. Jay is totally the one who has a good fashion sense, but again, she makes it look so effortless that you're like, did she really try that, or is she just kind of whatever? And her thing is, she totally tries hard, but you would never really know. And she has a very specific enjoyment of the things she likes to wear. So for her, she is fond of, for Jay, she's quite fond of like not wearing pants. She prefers not wearing pants. If it was up to her, she would just not really wear much in the sense of pants. But she would wear like baggy tops. Baggy tops that kind of fall off the shoulder. That's kind of her go-to, where they're just like baggy, like sweaters, crop sweaters. Again, she kind of likes cropped clothing, but just not really pants. So she's definitely one to wear short shorts and things like that. She'll wear pants, obviously, because she knows she has to, but when she's comfy, she doesn't. And so because Ryan is a surfer dude who lives probably in some place like California, I totally thought that Jay should be similar, have a similar taste for things like that to him. So she does also surf. And the outfit that you saw in the sketchbook, which is the outfit I'm doing here, is like her go-to surfing outfit. She likes to wear a rash guard on the top. Of course, that covers a bit more of her top because she, again, likes to wear sweaters and things like that. And then nothing but bikini bottoms, not like a rash guard bodysuit, just bikini bottoms because, again, she likes to wear nothing on the bottom. So that's why surfing in this outfit is perfect for her. I should have opened up my reference once again for this, but I didn't. Yeah, so in terms of going more into the character, she wears a pineapple necklace that was gifted to her from Ryan. At first, I had her in a daisy necklace and a choker, and that was kind of like her usual thing. And I think the choker is still her usual thing, but I gave her the pineapple instead of the daisy because I thought it would be cute if Ryan gave her like this gift, like this best friend gift. And you see, they're just so shippable, but at the same time, I still think that it would just be cute if they just were really cool and with each other. And if either one of them got another kind of partner, they would just be very supportive of the other and all of that good stuff. But I don't know yet. They're still very young in terms of designing a character. Because I was thinking too that if I were to make a web series with them, for example, I think I would like it to be in the style of like a comedy, just like a sitcom, where you have these two characters living together and they are so different from each other that they just have very funny stories when they're together. And I still really like drawing big ears, so she also has very big ears because those are so fun to draw. Look at that. Love that. I feel like this arm is a little bit too too long, but it's hard to figure out fully. Okay, her body still seems a little bit short, but we're just gonna leave it as is for right now. So yeah, I've only had this OC for like 2 days and I just love it. I think it's really nice to have this OC, and I just feel like I've been left out of the party. But it's okay because I'm now a part of it. I now know the joys of having an OC. Oh, I know what I did wrong. Shoot. I know why she's coming across so stiff. This is why I should have just used a reference again, but I know why she was coming across a little bit stiff, and I forgot that there's angles here. Because even though I just drew this last night, that's enough for me to forget. So yeah, there's angles that I need. And so I'm just gonna redraw it because I totally need those angles to figure it out. Like this shoulder is supposed to be higher than this one, and that's very important. Part of the characterization here in terms of where her body goes. And then her hips go out more like this, because now her pose was looking a little bit stiff. Also, this is the first time I'm drawing today, which I probably should have warmed up a little bit, but I didn't do that. And then this leg kind of comes straighter, and this will come out kind of like there. Yeah. But I don't know if you can tell much, but just like twisting her body really did a difference for her. Because now you can see kind of this more of a dynamic pose, which is what I wanted to capture. And then with this side, we're gonna kind of come out straighter. And then we're gonna come out for the hips right there. Still in that same line here. Don't worry about this triangle thing. We'll fix that a little bit later. Let's try and get this arm a bit better. So on Instagram, I noticed that people have been taking pictures of themselves and putting Vogue in the background as if they were like on the cover of a magazine. And I thought that was cool. So when I thought about that, I kind of wanted to do something like that, like have her in this pose, kind of looking really nice, maybe a little bit sexy. And that idea of like a Vogue magazine cover. And of course, it's not going to be exactly that. I'm not putting Vogue in the background. But I thought this would be a nice and simple way of kind of bringing the inks onto my everyday using. Because with this, I'm not going to kind of try hard to make a background and make multiple characters like I did with the first one. This is just going to be this character and maybe like a pop of color in the back. We'll see. So this is like the perfect, easy thing to do. So I originally had planned to talk through the entire process in real time, but as I was recording this video, a lot of people decided to mow their lawns, which is just one of my least favorite things about living in suburbia, to be honest. But I thought that was fine because this video would have probably been way too long if I would have talked through everything as I went along and tried to cut everything out that was a little bit extra. So I just kind of finished this off in a speed paint and just kind of went for it. I didn't have much I wanted to say. I think I already introduced the character. I really love this character. I think she's fun and easy to draw. She kind of reminds me of me in a little bit of ways. Not that I am super nonchalant, I guess, but I think I always kind of had like a resting dead face kind of look. So I think I really vibe with her, which is why I have been enjoying drawing her. I wanted to say that with her clothing design, I never actually thought of the colors, and this was really hard for me to figure out what I wanted her swimsuit to be. Originally, I had thought about doing like a bright color, like a yellow or orange, and I think that would have popped really nicely on her skin. I went with purple because I just didn't know what I wanted to do and just like last minute said, how about purple? And I do think it turned out great. I do like how she turned out, and I'm really having fun with inks. I do want to do more of that, but I will not ramble for too much longer. Enjoy the rest of this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Please have a great day, have a great week, and have a great life. Bye-bye.